Namaste everyone. I bet none of you know me because this is my first video related to trading. And in this video, I will tell you how I traded Uniswap for 1:1. But due to my greed, I was just able to book a small profit. So please be neutral and open-minded while watching this video. So yeah, I will not take much your time. So now let's get started. So this is the chart of Uniswap Perpetual, and this is on the monthly time frame. So, at first of all, we will see what is the trend of Uniswap on monthly time frame, how it's behaving. So, if you see the chart of Uniswap, or if you try to observe the candle that was formed last month, in the month of December, so you can see it's a kind of a doji type of candle. Not exactly doji, but it has formed a very small body. So the first point to be noted is it is having a very small body. Okay. Now I want you to observe the second point. So what does happen when Uniswap forms a small body on monthly time frame? So we will try to see some of the examples. So you can see here some of the examples. Yeah, at any point you can see. So this is the first example. So this month was total like this month, Uniswap formed a kind of a small body. But if you see the next month, right? If you see the this month, it gave a good move. If you see at this point also, it formed a small body, and the next month was bullish. And same here, two candle back to back with a small body. Next candle was boom. So we can get to a conclusion that whenever Uniswap forms a small body candle or a doji type of candle on monthly time frame, be ready to get a small, oh sorry, be ready to get a either side momentum. Either it will be upward or either it will be downward. So from here, the market can go down or market can go upside. So yeah, but we can expect a momentum. That's for sure. Now let's go to the weekly time frame. So on weekly time frame, you might not get much, but yeah, I will tell you what you can see on the weekly time frame. Let's convert the chart into line chart, and I will draw a simple support line. So this is not the exact support, but yeah, you can see that at like whenever at this point the market is coming, right? First hit, second hit, third hit, fourth hit, fifth hit. The market is giving a good bounce back. Okay. Now let's come to the daily time frame. And from here the things get interesting. Okay. So I will erase these drawings and a bit of zoom out. So you can see that if I try to draw a support on a daily time frame with multiple touches or with considering the maximum number of touches. So this line will go around this one. Obviously, like it is not perfect, but I'm trying to get the multiple touches. So you can count the number of touches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Even gave a good breakdown, but the market went upside because market is supreme, and you can see here. So it is having around 6 to 7 or even more than that touches. So my question is simple. The market is touching this level again and again. So this level became weak, right? And one thing you can always remember in your trading career that selling is always fast. I will just write it down. Selling is always fast, boss. It is fast. So when the market gave a breakdown at this point, like can you see, market gave a good breakdown at this point. But see the length of the candle of selling. It is negligible. It is not fast. I bet like at this point when the market was trading around this point, I thought that it must be a trap. The reason is pretty simple. Selling is fast, but you can see the size of the candle. At this point, you can see the wicks. You can see the wicks. Candle is small, no follow-ups. So the buyers were trapped and it gave a good upside. Now, now the interesting part comes in here. You can see like this was the range, right? This is the range that Uniswap formed on daily time frame. So remember the point of that got deleted. Selling is always fast. So now I will explain you how I traded. So yeah, this was the like range that formed on the daily time frame. So I was neutral at this point that either it will go upside or either it will go for downside. Let me draw. So this is the range. So I was sure that in case if it breaks this, it will go upside. In case if it breaks this, it will go for the downside. And even it gave a good breakdown also. So now I will move to the 4 hour time frame, 4 hour trading, like for getting a better entry. I will trade, wait a second, just I will copy that one. Otherwise, selling is always fast, will get deleted. Yeah, I will draw and like I will make a clear chart. So you can see the range here again. I will draw a pretty simple one and quick. So this was the point of, wait. So this was the point of breakdown, right? Even I also sorted at this point that yeah, market is bearish. So I should short. Everyone will sort, yeah, market is bearish. It is giving a good breakdown. So one should short it. Sorry, I didn't do trade here. I was waiting for a kind of retest, like retesting, because the market had already given a move. Like market on that day, I remember it had already given a move of around 2 to 3%, like not 2 to 3%, it gave around 5% move, one-sided. So I didn't sell at this point. I was waiting for a wait for a sideways market, then I will go and sell. So this was the clear breakdown, and I was waiting for a sideways market. And you can see this range. Like this is a small range that was formed. Higher the consolidation takes place, the better it gives either side breakout. So you can see this one, right? This is the best range that I was waiting for. So now let's move to the 1 hour time frame where I was planning to trade. Okay. Yeah. So I guess where I took entry, just a minute. Now let me just adjust the chart. This was the range. Yeah, this was the range. And at first of all, if you see on the 1 hour time frame, it was going to break for the upside, right? And it looks good. Yeah, that finally the range is getting broken. But if you see the rally, it is one-sided rally, and I never try to take a breakout trade when the continuation is from bottom to up. So I directly ignored this trade at this point, and I was waiting for a trap or kind of a range-bound market again. But on that day, market was brutal. It formed a M pattern at this point. If I go on the smaller time frame, then you can clearly see like it formed a good M pattern. Like this was the M pattern, and it was coming down. So, but it was like kind of one-sided move, so I avoided that trade. Okay, so now just a minute. Coming back to the 1 hour time frame, and you can see like when it came from here to from up to here, like this one is a one-sided move. This one too is a one-sided down move for breakdown. So I was not thinking to plan for downside, but in my mind I was thinking that at this point the market might have trapped a good amount of buyers. So it might go in the flow. So I planned a trade somewhere around this for short. Initially, it showed me a good profit, but it went upside and I took a SL. I will show you my trade also. Just a minute. What is that? Smart Connect. So I will show you my trades also so that it will be better for you. So currently I have my one trade going on. That also I will explain you how I planned that one. So if I go to the history section, order history. So first of all, yeah. So this was a trade. Like on that day, I planned literally four trade, and all was SL hit because the market was not in the mood to come down. So all this you can losses you can see 7.5. So I will show you the uni. At this point, it was my entry 140 quantity at 5.37 level, and I booked a loss of 7.6. You can see 7.69, and this was a level 5.37 where I took the trade. And I was pretty like I took a less risk. The reason for that was the market have already moved one-sided. Like from the top, it was a fall of around 5%. Around 5% fall it already gave. So you can't expect a market to move around 20% or 30% in a day. So you can't expect that. Obviously, crypto does that, but I can't expect that move. Like I didn't expected that move. So it gave my SL, and happily I gave the SL. No worries in that. Now the next day, I woke up and I saw that market is sideways. Do you remember what I told you? Selling is always fast. If market have to come down, why it is time passing here? Why? There is no literally no sign of selling. There is no sign of selling after this breakdown. Wait, I will just draw the chart again. So this was the range. And after this breakdown, there is no sharp selling, no big red candles. Literally no. So I planned, like, as I thought here that buyers were trapped. At this point, I thought that now sellers are trapped. So I went to the 30-minute time frame and I tried to find a pattern. And you would say like, why you are switching to 30-minute time frame? The reason is that market is sideways from how many days? One, two, three, four, five. Market was sideways from 5 days. It was forming continuously doji candle on daily time frame. If I show you, it's loading, yeah. You can see one, two, three, four candles were doji candle, and the market was completely sideways. So I planned here to, like, I was simply having in mind that, yeah, market should move either side, either up or either down. The reason was that it was forming continuously doji candle on daily time frame, and on monthly time frame it was having a small body, so I was expecting a bit of momentum this month, either upside or downside. So now I went to the 30-minute time frame and clearly I saw the pattern which I traded. I will show you. So this was the breakdown level, and at this level it formed a beautiful W pattern. Beautiful W pattern. And I traded this W pattern at this point. This was my entry point, and this was my SL. And after this, you know what happened? It boomed. Like this was my target, but due to my greed, all spoiled. I will show you my target and SL all. Even I will show you my entry point, exact timing, all the stuffs. So this was my first target. So yeah, coming back to the 30-minute time frame. So I planned my entry here, to be honest. You can see the level around 5.542 around this one. I will show you in my BTGet. So after this booking all these SLs on previous day, the day before I took the trade on Uniswap, I opened a new trade for 240 quantities. The risk was around $10 and the entry point is 5.43 to be precise, 5.439. Okay. And you can see the date also, right? There is a date 13/1/2026 around 12:25 p.m. So you can see exact level. Just let me check once the exact level. 5.439. Yeah, around this level only. I took the trade. So at first of all, it passed like it gave a good time pass. After this, it gave a sexy up move, and it was around 1:8 trade. If I put the position, yeah, this was my SL, this was my entry, and it gave me more than around 1:8 because I was holding a pretty long time. So yeah, so this was my trade, and I had to like I was planning to book here. I was planning to book here because it was hitting this level for the first time. So obviously the market will take a bit of pause, or you can say a bit of sell off. But my plan was that on monthly time frame it will give one-sided momentum. So I didn't book. I was planning for 1:20 or 1:15. So you can say like you would have booked 1:, like half of the quantity. But yeah, I accept that's my mistake and I will not repeat it. And when the market came here around this point, I booked my profit around this point. That is around 1:1 only. I was able to book in this. I will show you that also. Like today, I booked my trade. You can see, yeah, today I booked $11.65 profit. Yeah, something is better than nothing. So yeah, why to give the SL? Yeah, I booked 1:1. But yeah, I missed a big profit. That was my biggest mistake. I will try not to repeat it again, but that's the my main problem that I am currently having in my trading. But yeah, still expecting a good either upside or downside momentum in Uniswap. Yeah, yeah. So thanks for watching. I hope you have learned some price points. And in case if you like this video, so please feel free to comment what you have learned, or if you want such videos again, so please comment so it will motivate me. It's my first video, so let me know how it was. Thank you.